Engineering is defined as the branch of science and technology concerned with the design, building, and use of engines, machines, and structures. This seemed to us to be a rather dull definition in comparison with the immensity and impressiveness of some of the feats accomplished by engineers. So, we researched for the most notable feats of engineering in the past century and allowed the scope of what engineering could accomplish to fully sink in.
At number 4 is the Millau Viaduct, a bridge that crosses the valley of the River Tarn close to Millau in the south of France. This bridge is considered an engineering feat because it is the world's tallest vehicular bridge. The tallest mast stands at a whopping 343 meters, about 1,125 feet, making it taller than the Eiffel Tower. The brains behind the viaduct were engineer Michael Verlot and designer Norman Foster. From textile and material science engineering to figure out the most durable and efficient materials needed, to mechanical and electrical engineering to construct a functioning bridge, this structural phenomenon touches base on all kinds of engineering and was built in just 3 years. The project required about 127,000 cubic meters of concrete, 19,000 tons of steel for the reinforced concrete, and 5,000 tons of pre-stressed steel for the cables and shrouds. The road deck was gradually pushed horizontally onto the 7 piers using a sophisticated hydraulic system. Not only does the bridge contain an engineering wow factor, but the design is also pretty spectacular. Foster was quoted as saying that the bridge looked impossibly delicate and was a dialogue between nature and the man-made.
At number 3 is the Burj Dubai, the tallest man-made structure in the world. The world's largest skyscraper, located in Dubai, which opened officially in 2010, was designed by Bill Baker, the chief structural engineer for the project. The Burj Dubai was designed with many features to withstand environmental forces, the toughest of all these for a skyscraper to withstand being the wind. Chief engineer Bill Baker discusses that the shape of the building confuses the wind. Every time the wind goes by an object, it does so in an unstable manner, which makes it rock from side to side. For the Burj Dubai, every 10 floors, the shape of the building changes, so that the rate at which the wind goes by changes, causing the wind to never become organized, therefore reducing the wind stress. Over 40 wind tunnel tests were done by engineers to discover this. The Burj Dubai also includes spinal wall systems, which run the length of the floor to resist lateral loads. Cross walls are also placed in an orthogonal direction to the spine walls to resist perpendicular loads. The entire building also rests on a 500,000-ton foundation supported by steel pillars 50 meters below the ground.
The second greatest engineering achievement is the Panama Canal, built from 1881 to 1914. This passageway through the Central American Isthmus is 48 miles long and connects the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Initial construction and blueprints were started by France. However, under President Teddy Roosevelt, the route was primarily built by the United States. Roosevelt employed 2 chief engineers in the time of construction, John Frank Stevens and John Finley Wallace. The canal works as a ship elevator. It opens and closes 3 sets of locks to raise and lower ships in order to match the sea level as well as the level of the man-made Gatun Lake. Many times there are a little more than a few meters between a ship and the walls when moving through chambers. The canal's current capacity is 300 million tons of shipping per year, with the average toll rounding to about $54,000. The sea lane is now owned and operated by Panama.
Coming in at number 1 on our list is the Apollo space program. The achievement of the program represents one of the greatest engineering feats in history. Meeting this goal required huge leaps in technology in a field that hadn't had any direct research or development prior to the 1950s. Advancements came rapidly, however, and in multiple fields. Aerospace and mechanical engineers took off to meet the challenge of creating a ship capable of surviving the intense forces required to leave Earth's atmosphere, as well as land safely on the moon and be able to return to Earth. Technologies that were durable, lightweight, and strong had to be developed to ensure the success of the program. Computer and networking engineers rose to the challenge as well, designing and implementing systems that would reliably allow astronauts to communicate with their base throughout the entire process. Other engineers had to design suits for astronauts to wear that would protect them from the vacuum of space and provide enough comfort for them to accomplish their missions. Hundreds of thousands of engineers worked on the Apollo space program, and their hard work, dedication, and ingenuity allowed for one of the largest leaps in technology ever seen. The program was a success in under a decade, and all the credit goes to the companies and engineers that made it possible.
These top 4 engineering feats of the past century required engineers of every discipline to join forces in order to achieve such great accomplishments. As we aspire to be engineers who will undertake the next biggest feat of engineering, we know that determination, teamwork, ingenuity, and our education at NC State will get us where we want to go.